can get that.
Yes,
And Nando, Dr. Daisy, Dr. Moran, anyone has any questions before Mr. Watson? Dr. Watson is gone. Now's your chance.
We don't want him to go.
No.
Thank you.
I actually have a question. Hey, Dr. Watkins.
Hello there.
You know, right now, I feel like the world is in a different climate than it's ever been before. I feel like the space that we're in, a lot of people feel a shift and they're like, what's going to happen next? You know, a lot of people are in that mental space. What do you have to say to those people that may be watching right now? Maybe some perspective that you have or things that you feel may encourage them through this time?
That's such a good question.
Yeah, great question. Well, interest rates are high, and then there's a dirty word out there that's called inflation, excuse me. And so know what that is, right? I was just reading in the beginning of January of last year, 2022, eggs was $1.79. Today it's what, $5.30 in most places.
Unbelievable.
Chickens, the same eggs. There's no super egg out there. It's the exact same egg. What is the difference? It is inflation. It is the silent wealth killer. It is. But know what that is. And so, but as wealth builders, as investors, we can factor that into our plan. And there's a way that we cannot let it get us down. On the retail side, things are very depressed. But on the entrepreneurship side, there's still a lot of opportunities out there to buy land, to buy property. I tell people it's easier to buy commercial real estate right now than it is to buy a house.
Really? I
Yes.
didn't know that.
Yes, absolutely.
Well,
I mean, we
definitely have to talk to you about that.
Well, you've been in the Conference Center. Ms. Tinker's been in the Conference Center, right?
Yes.
We've been there. So you've been in. So I did it with very little money down. $5 million facility. I wouldn't have bought it for over $5,000.
So you operating between Atlanta and Orlando now. How are you two places, one person?
With a lot of patience and skill from my wife. And you know, speaking of that, as you know, my wife just had a women's conference. 500 screaming ladies came from everywhere.
I missed that in Orlando.
Yes, in Orlando. And here I am right now. We've got a men's conference coming up, and I think we have maybe 50 men that we'll probably end up with maybe close to that. But we're lethargic. We're slow. He's black. Oh, what's he gonna do with the money? They counting my money. They're looking at everything else than what they should be looking at themselves.
Yes, the value of that.
We're bringing. We got Ronnie DeVoe that's coming from New Edition to come talk about how to leave a lasting legacy. Right, this is a lot of value that's there, and we'll end up with probably the same amount, but we're just slower. And we're the ones slowing down the economy. It's not you guys; it's the men.
Slowing down, yes. Okay.
Great question, thank you, Queen.
Absolutely.
Okay, so but yeah, so if people want to talk to you about getting into the commercial real estate business, that's what you want to, clients that you want to work with, and you left your information in there. Okay, perfect. So that we can, hello. How you doing, Yvonne?
How's everybody?
You can't hardly talk yourself.
I'm fine. How are you, Dr. Lee?
Doing very, very well. Good to see you. You will be able to get the tape. Dr. Robert Watkins was in here, and you're, into all of that funding and commercial and all of that stuff. He was just talking to us about that, so he's filling us in. And but you definitely want to get the tape to hear the other part that you missed. And you two should definitely be connected because you're doing the same thing. She does a lot of overseas funding and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yvonne does. Yeah, gosh, I don't know how many years I've known her, 10 or 15. And she's been after the money ever since I met her. And not just after it, she go get
Get
it.
it.
Yeah, there's a difference between pursuing it and actually getting it. So
Yeah,
good for you
she
for going to get it
gets the
done.
money.
Yeah.
She gets the money, and been so supportive of my work. We've traveled all over doing the Women of Wealth magazine conferences, and so you look so cute. I mean,
Thank you.
look,
So do
you're
you.
not
So
even
do you.
Asian.
We
You're
haven't
not
seen
even Asian.
one another in a while, so you guys have to forgive us.
Not even Asian. Okay. Our next guest for the evening is Queen Brooklyn Tankard. I tell you, her dad, when I first met him, he could play that jazz. And mind you, I met him in the church. I said, the church got jazz going on? The church had jazz. And he could play that thing. He was like the only one out there, right, Dr. Watson? I know it wasn't many. And he was
Only
doing
one.
the darn thing in church.
He was.
And I don't know how those sisters allowed that, but somehow or another he got by. And he was so popular. I can remember I brought him in, and I had Queen Brooklyn laughing about it. And it's full circle. Now I brought his daughter in to my last event. So, but it was standing room only. The place was, you just couldn't even get in there. And I know he's still popular. And but you know, Brooklyn, like the rest of his kids, they be running and doing the thing. So Miss Brooklyn.
Thank you so much for having me, Dr. Lee. It's a pleasure to join you guys tonight. So many amazing people here. We got Dr. Robert Watson. We got Queen Yvonne. We have Queen Late. We got everybody. We got so many amazing people on here. So it's an honor to be on here tonight. Great conversation. And I'm definitely looking forward to sharing. And my dad, yes, that is so funny that you guys have been connected for so many years. And so full circle for sure.
Yes, yes, yes. Full circle. It's, I mean, just awesome, awesome. And I'm just amazed that you still have this, what do you call it? This energy, I guess, that he does. So lovable, likable, and all of that.
Well, thank you so much. I feel like we should all lead with love and kindness. I do believe it is a tool in life. Honestly, I believe it's a blessing to be able to lead with love. It really is, and it feels good. So thank you for that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Layout.
That's good.
Well, the first thing I was thinking about is I'm amazed at your vibe. You have a vibe that comes across the screen that I'm picking up on. Like, I need to be more like that. First of all, I mean, of course, you know, you present yourself beautifully, but
Really?
there's something about you with your energy, because I just did a talk about vibe and aura. If I could have used you as the example of what to be like, that's where you would be, is on my talk.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you really have that.
She lights up a room when she goes
You do
in.
light up a room. You do light up a room.
And the thing that's so amazing, some people can look at, oh, well, that's fine, but she's born with a silver spoon in her mouth. She has the millionaire mom, you know, and the dad, she's fine. But no, the one thing that those parents did for her, you have to make it on your own. They didn't give it to you. No.
You know, I feel like we all are on this journey of life. And yes, we all have these dreams and we have goals and we have a lot of different things, but I feel like part of seeking the kingdom within and part of like our real important part of our journey is really finding peace with ourselves and really being happy every day. Like for me, that's just like step one. I'm like, if I was happy today, check, I accomplished a goal today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's goals for me personally. So I admire people that are happy. I admire people that are nice. I admire people that live in heaven on earth, that are blissful. And so I aim to be that way every day. And I feel like that's the light that radiates. And And it's cool because it's a catch-22. It's like, okay, I'm just being happy, but this light radiates and it attracts people to you and it allows your gift to make room for you. When you're not even working hard, you're just literally showing up. And you're showing up as like your best self in that space and just being happy. I feel like that's half the battle. That is literally half the battle.
This
You
may be
know,
a,
one
this
thing
may
that
be-
gets me
Go ahead, Dr.
about
Lee.
you is you have a, your dad and your mom is famous. Who don't know Jewel Tankard? Who don't know Ben Tankard? And you would not know it. You just like a butterfly, just so you don't care who you hug and kiss and love on. It's just amazing.
Thank you. I mean, I feel like we should just lead with love, not a name. Honestly, it's a blessing though. I'm not gonna lie, it's a blessing. The concert is sold out, and then they're like, "Oh, you've been taking daughter, you can come in." That's a blessing. Don't get me
And
wrong.
the thing is, life has not been a silver spoon for you.
It
Share
hasn't.
with us.
Yeah, it really hasn't. It hasn't at all. Got that. We all have a story. I
Mhm.
definitely have a story, and I don't look like what I've been through, and that's a blessing too. Because Lord Jesus, if I look like what I've been through, that'd be a hot mess.
When Dr. Lee says that one of our goals is to elevate the masses, I'm wondering, Brooklyn, have you ever had a point in your life as an adult where you realize that you weren't hanging with people that don't help you feel elevated? In other words, you're feeling worse off after you're with them than before you were with them. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. So if you hear a little background noise, sorry, I'm at a coffee shop. But listen, I heard your question, and you were saying, am I ever around people where when I leave them, I don't feel good? Like I feel maybe less energetic than I did around them, right?
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, that is such a real life thing. Everything is energy, everything is vibration. What we listen to, who we talk to, who we're around, our thoughts have vibrations, our words have vibrations. And so it's not that I'm just picking on people like, oh, your energy's draining to me. I'm picking on everything. I'm picking on the music that I'm listening to. I'm picking on my thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm picking and I'm purging. And the people, they're not excluded from that. Now, sometimes you can't pick family members out of your life, right? Sometimes it's kind of a little different, right? It's complicated. Everything is not to be completely picked out of your life. Some things are to test you.
Yes, yes.
Some things are necessary. It's like the yin and yang of life. You needed that person to be around that person to get turned off so your higher self could say to you, hey, you don't like this about this person, but put the mirror on you, put the reflection on you. What in you attracted this? What in you attracted this person? Was there any commonalities? Was there any fair ground there where you could say, you know what, maybe there's some things I need to change as well. Not just pick this person out of my life, but also have grace for them, have love for them where they are, but just realize I don't have to spend a lot of time with you. I can spend majority of my time and majority of my energy getting auto suggestions from the people and the things that I want to get auto suggestions from, because we're always getting auto suggestions, which is
Yes.
basically programming. So I get to control this program. So it's not even me being mad at you. I have grace for you where you are, but I literally am programming myself because I'm the creator. My personality is my reality, my personality. So I'm going to become the person, right? I'm going to become the person that I want to be. And that person spends majority of their time with certain people, doing certain things, thinking certain thoughts. And it's not personal. I'm just trying to become that person. And that's really it. And I had to really take that personal piece out of it. It's not the emotional thing. It's just, listen, I got to be the best me. I love you, honey. But listen, right now I'm a butterfly in a cocoon. And that means I need elbow room.
Mhm.
That's it.
All right. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well,
Yes.
so anyone have any questions for Miss Queen Brooklyn? No? Good?
A
Love it.
question, but I do want to agree with her on the vibration and energy. It is so true that people are, you can feel their vibration, you can feel their energy, whether it's good or bad. Everyone has it. I guess you can't tell, but I like to say that I agree with what she was saying on the energy and vibration. Everything around us vibrates. Even though we can't see it, the table, the chairs, everything is about vibration.
That's a great point, Nando.
It is.
Well, I do want to commend her because as she expressed herself, she was very clear. And that I commend her for the way she sees life, because she's right. We all know her parents, but we also need to know who she is.
Yes.
And that's where, to me, the humility